Hi guys, welcome to Classic Sitcoms, Facts, and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Before we get started, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please share these out with your family and friends. Thanks very much. Today's video is on Sam Malone from Cheers, played by Ted Danson, and why Sam always seemed to have to be cutting lemons behind the bar in most of his scenes. You ever notice that? Take a look. The comedy Cheers took place in a bar, but drinks were hardly the focus. Viewers may not have noticed what the employees of Cheers were doing behind the bar, but next time you watch, pay attention to Sam Malone. His frequently cutting lemons, there's a good reason for it. Cheers writer Ken Levine discussed the show on his podcast, Hollywood and Levine. Cheers wasn't a mysterious show like Lost or Westworld, so the biggest mystery is Sam and the lemons. Some of the regulars of Cheers never had to do anything but sit with a beer and talk. Since the show used non-alcoholic beer with other additives, just sipping that could be for a chore for the actors. Sam's trademark was his healthy love life, and sometimes alcoholism came up in stories, but neither gave him something to do while at work. Sam tended bar with Woody, played by Woody Harrelson, who stepped in for Coach, played by Nicholas Colasanto. Carla, Rhea Perlman, and Diane Shelley Long were waitresses, which gave them some good interactions with customers. In one episode, Diane had to figure out how to make a Bloody Mary, but the workings of the bar were not the focal point, unless you're talking about the running gag of Norm, George Wendt's unpaid bar tab. Sam was going to be in every episode of Cheers. Danson didn't want to just stand behind the bar waiting for his turn to say something. So whether he was flirting with Diane, listening to one of Cliff, played by John Ratzenberger's inane stories, or giving some bartender advice, you might see Sam chopping lemons behind a bar. You'll also notice that Ted Danson is always cutting up lemons, Levine said on Hollywood and Levine. Why? Because actors like to have something to do. And they're just standing behind a bar the entire time. Ted was always looking for business, just something to keep him occupied. So he's not just talking head standing there. A bar would go through a lot of lemon slices. It's garnishes for a lot of drinks and ingredients for drinks like martinis, mojitos, and whiskey sours. It is curious that Danson chose lemons instead of limes. You're definitely likely to see a plate of lime slices behind the bar. Sam didn't even mix and match them. Anyway, Levine estimated how many lemons Danson cut over 273 episodes of Cheers. So they kind of settled on cutting lemons, Levine said. Teddy cut hundreds of thousands of lemons over 11 seasons of Cheers. Danson was obviously subtle enough about it. Chopping lemons doesn't immediately stand out. But now that you know, bet you can never unsee it again. Actors have to keep busy, I guess. And, you know, who can say any different with the success of the show? Must have done something right. Appreciate you guys being here. Have a great day. God bless you. And from the Philippines, I'll be praying for you.